Hepinize merhaba arkadaşlar. Starfield serimize kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. En son oyunumuz kapandığı için nerede kalmıştım? Hemen terk ediyorduk burayı, evet. Ama önce şunları da konuşalım.
That's right. UC shuttered it after the war, but I figured no one else was using it.
Bunun gözleri niye böyle?
Security was good enough that the trade authority couldn't just come waltzing in the door. Lou hooked me up with some supplies when I first came down. Damn good thing he did too, since once those spacers moved in, the ultimate sin, I cut him out. Medicine can get tight on Mars. Mining's plenty dangerous, so I cooked. Well, that friend told her friends. Before I knew it, I'd become Trade Authority eventually found out and wanted a piece. It was at that point I decided to take. It's certainly not good. Terramorph attacks don't. Londinian was horrible. Another sample, though, gets us one step closer to it becoming the rule, which means we need to get this information into the... Someone spilled the beans, huh? Yeah, Hadrian and I. We're both former Xeno warfare. But since then, well, I've just been... Which is why, when the trade... Guess I should have spent a...
Tamam, neyse buradan kaçalım da öncesinde burayı yağmalıyorduk. Şimdi bakalım var mı burada? Çünkü burası laboratuvar, yani güzel şeyler olabilir. Bir şey yok henüz. Şu odalar. Bak bu güzel oldu işte. Gemi füzeleri daha fazla vuruyormuş. Tamam, tamam, güzel. Bir bakıyorum da başka bir şey. Buraya girelim. Dağınık burası ya. Zaten geldiğimiz yer, değil mi? Aynen. Oh, yanlışlıkla ya. Of, niye çıktın ki? Hala çok havalı buluyorum buzları. Renkleri hoşuma gidiyor ya. Koşun arkadaşlar, koşun, daha yukarıda kavga edeceğiz diye. Farklı bir yerden çıkardı bizi. Şöyle yapalım. Çok fazla eşya taşıyorum. Ya boş eşyaları atacağım, uğraşamam. İstiyor ama bak bunlar değerli şeylere benziyor ya, bunları atamam. Evet. Bayağı bir ekipmandan vazgeçtim ama o yolu yürümem. Koş koş koş koş koş. Aslında önce gemiye mi uğrasam ya? Gemi buradaydı zaten de. Ya o gemide de herhalde farklı bir gemi. Bir de şöyle yapalım. Tamam, ağırlık seviyemiz iyi. Tam taşıyor ya, görev eşyasıymış. Görev eşyasıymış. Satarım ben. Bunu da satarım. Burada zaten
dropping off a few
kıyafet nerede? 5. Bunda bir şey yokmuş. 5, 15, 25.
Stay safe, darling. Let
Böyle
me
çok
guess.
kasıntı oldu. Bu ne,
Want to see
omuzlar
what I'm
filan.
ca-
Bence en temizi
Oh, I
böyle.
love our little chats. You know how to make a woman. Special.
Ah, şeyleri atmadım. Atayım da hızlıca. İyi olamazsın. Evet. Tahmin ettiğim gibi oldu. Tamam, okuyayım. Gerçi dur. Bizim şu an en çok ihtiyacımız olan şey ne? Bu ne? Yapıştırıcı mı lazım? Yapıştırıcı biyum. Onun dışına bakıyorum. Yine iterbiyum, yine yapıştırıcı ve titanyum. Tabii ne kadar gidiyormuş ya. Her aldığımda gidiyor yani. Şimdi alırım o yüzden dedim. Geldim.
Watch out for the robots.
Buradan hala mallarını kurtaramadım ya.
See you later, friendo. No rush, but
Bir
just a
şeyler
reminder.
satalım. Videoyu dur bunu sat. Bunlara kalıyor zaten. Kaynak ne diyeyim? Mühimmat mı? Bu neymiş? Güzel işte bunlar. Bunları satacağım zaten. Mermi alayım bari ya. Üf, ne diyeyim? Var mı mermisi olmayan bakayım. Yokmuş. Bu ne? 45 kalibre mermi alayım. 5 kalibre yok mu? Dur bakıyoruz. Hep almışım duruyor. Çıkarmak lazım. Bunlardan çok var zaten. Kızını satsam mı?
Be safe out there.
Local security and the 3-star Rangers surrounded the van.
Is that really her? Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you.
Aynen
You're an old
öyle.
man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private.
Aynen öyle.
Lou said we could do
Herkes
that.
bilmesin uzaylıların gelip bizi mahvedeceğini.
Hey, you ever try your hand at mining? Honestly, you might be good at it.
Tamam ineriz bir ara ya. Ses kayıt cihazı var burada.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down.
makes two of us.
I
Right.
hope it ultimately did. Well, I don't want you thinking it's not. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact.
Undinian.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives. And the Freestar Collective? And House? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear it. One, they want to see this analysis. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti with both of us. Well,
Bunun ailesiyle
when
ilgisi
the
olabilir
colony
bence.
war came to a close 19 years ago, the UC, Freestar, and House Faroon. All information related to the things they... Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the... And as to what our research... The Cabinet's the UC's highest governing body. The President, top military brass, any major... They're the only real chance we've got of... Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. Percival and I, we were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battle.
Place I was hiding out. That was...
After some early fits and starts at other facilities,
Right.
the place eventually became the heart of UC xenowarfare, a practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. No. We were both dismissed after the war for what we did. Our damage has been done for. Oh. Well. But it was during that assignment. The project never got off the ground. But the data our team gathered is now under the watchful eye of Monitor. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that, and hopefully... Because the Terramorph project was doomed. Terramorphs are too mean, too smart, too... The data that's in the archives, it's historic. I doubt they would have even classified it if it didn't have a Xeno-warfare logo on it. You have my word. I mean, I hope
Aynen
they
öyle.
will, given the evidence we've acquired. But getting the Freestar...
Since neither group is exactly
Bir yıldız
on good
bende
terms
onda
with the UC at the moment,
sıkıntı yok.
for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiation, but I don't see a better option to solving what's going on. All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cap.
Good luck.
I'm here.
You nervous about speaking to the captain? Yeah, I would be. Just be honest with the captain.
Gidelim bakalım. Ya Hür Yıldız kolektif hani birazcık halledilebilir.
While we're here, it wouldn't hurt if we checked in at the lodge.
Tam Lodge'ye uğrarız. Ya aslında dur ya. Şimdi öyle deyince bir Lodge'ye gidesim geldi. Ne acaba şu uzaylılar konusunda yardımları olur mu? Sanmam ya. Öylesine diyordur. Bak.
It's good to be home.
Oh, Oh, sorry. Was just doing. You've tipped my.
Yokmuş.
Draw the words another time then.
Hey, let me know when you're ready to take me. If you want to talk, make it quick. Come back soon. I like talking to my friends.
We've always considered. I know everyone's excited by. Okay, let's
Getirmemişim.
stay safe, okay?
Ama buna baktıkça hala o gemi aklıma geliyor ya. Uber gemi. Biraz ters kalıyor ya. Şey diyecektim. Burada markete uğrayabileceğim yer var mı diye de. Bakkal, market. Tamam, oldu mu isim? Mutlu musun şimdi?
Captain, over here.
Kaldırıp kayıt tuşuna bassın.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us. But listen, I know I should have been more. So, in the interest of full disclosure, my relationship with the UC, it's more I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds, secure the leadership of the UC military for general. I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young, training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would. A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor. He and I are different on more than a few levels. But there's no. I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. Freestar Collective, and the things he did, well, they're a part of the so my involvement, it could be another obstacle. He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the battle, a battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian. Both sides agreed the settled systems would. I really appreciate you saying that. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything? Or if you've got any. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us. That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training. And the eyes were my... I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being fleet admiral to deal... Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. But Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there's no need to be afraid of this data. Knowing that should calm some of the cabinet's fears. I strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon. If the Terramorph project never went anywhere. The cabinet not opening the archives is... Which probably... Then I guess it's just a map.
Gidelim. Önce bir reise uğrayalım.
Keeping the skies safe out there.
O en üst kata. United Colonies. Birleşmiş koloniler.
Howdy. What is the background research on that thing? I know we sent someone to look into it.
Burada farklı biri var mı diye merak ettim. Bir sorun mu falan filan diye. Derin bir F5 atalım.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have...
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope will determine. So now, we have two petitioners here making access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data. Current, a request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject. Perhaps you could summarize for the cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this. All knowledge related to the technologies banned by the U, including, I want to know what you, someone with less direct... That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into...
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some they've been happening for generations.
Yasin, ulan Yasin.
To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a blood...
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, I would also ask, how many deaths the cabinet requires? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have...
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount, Chief Yasin has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited... But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Doğru söyledin reis.
Yes, a fine point, Admiral.
Amiral.
So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far,
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full...
Hayda. Hop.
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport.
Dehşet... Oğlum.
Terrible. Morphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Bak ne dedim ben?
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got.
Canı bana salın.
You too. We can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
The things we do here, the tech we develop, benefits all of humanity.
Rahat olun. Aa, sadece bir kata gidebiliyorsun. Katlar kapandı ya.
That's it. Now hit him with everything you've got. Stop! We're trying to help you. Switching to a new target.
Lan bomba ne atıyor?
Target down. Don't kill them. Thank you.
The way those people were acting, I've seen...
I don't know. We tried to restrain them, get them on the... But some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough.
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorphs, they can... It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose... You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need... I honestly... But no, you don't need to worry about me. I've had a terramorph try it on me before. I'm not... So we'll just have... I'm not suggesting. The result of the projection, though, can... And those cases... Let's do it.
That's unlocked.
Vay be, aksiyon zamanı.
You're not busy right now.
Kıyafet. Geliyorum.
office. Are you and this woman experts? Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, barely holding up perimeter. You said you've done this before. Well, what is there?
Lan ölmüş bu. Ben bayıltmalı mıydım acaba ya?
Going to court. We have to.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your...
You two have any experience with terramorphs?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to...
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight.
We're not UC security. We're not afraid. But we'll stay here.
Gerek var mı?
Your call. We're on the...
Gerek yok be moruk. Sen rahat ol. Siz burayı koruyun. Bir dakika, ben niye bunun diğer dehşet gezerini buna savaştırmadım ki? Neyse. Adrian burada da, bizim şey nerede? Ha? Siz oraya mı gittiniz? Ne yaptınız? Uçtunuz mu? Şimdi gel bakalım. Beni takip et yeter. Gelsene. Gelmiyor galiba. Abi şaka gibi ya. Alo. Bir daha düştü biliyorum. Saldır. Allah, kaçırdım. Neymiş? Öyle böyle dehşet geçen güçlü. Şey, neydi dehşet bilmem ne. Dehşetgen miydi? Öyle bir şey güçlü işte. En alttakini söylemek istemem.
I don't want to think what would have happened.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know that... Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Demiyoruz illaki 10 metro ile gideceğiz. Ya ben de bu şehri anlamıyorum ya. Ne zaman bir şey olsa bir kavga, gürültü. Gidelim bakalım. Yani işte biz de böyleyiz yani. Hiç acımaz. Burada kaç taneniz? 3 tane şey pardon 4. Hadi birini saymıyorum onu taretlerim. Ne yapıyorsun?
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for this. Your concerns about the terramorphs.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. Now, today's event, you will have our full support in collecting the terramorph data, but to accomplish those goals, we're going to, as such, the cabinet has authorized me to, as soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating. Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone who knows precisely. The cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. The cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your... So, will you? It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. There's also a credit to... But above all, you'd become a I'm glad to hear it. Now, Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar You should be able to find her in her office. And on behalf of the whole of the United... Have you reconsidered? Speak to Deputy McIntyre.
Start getting a plan.
She'll point you towards what
It's quite the conundrum you two have uncovered. But we'll get to the bottom of it. All you need to concern yourself with right now is collecting that data.
İşte bir gidip konuşalım bakalım. Neredeymiş?
Hey, these orders, a Vanguard captain. Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
Aynen öyle.
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar. I heard you were instrumental in I was also informed that you gave quite the... Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to... We're going to do everything in our... And that means first getting you into the Ark.
Someone paid attention in current events.
Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire... UC. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar. Get them both, and you'll have your data. No. They're impossible to create without those keys.
I couldn't agree more.
Both ambassadors have reasons they won't. Now, I'll provide guidance, and I do mean co-op. Though that doesn't mean. But it does mean we need to get you up to Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar? The good Ambassador Radcliffe.
If Sam is any example of how stubborn the Freestar...
Now, officially, use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat. And who knows? Maybe.
But my suspicion is we're going to have to...
Certainly. See, good diplomacies.
UC intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassadors.
But getting caught trespassing.
So, if you are going...
Now, but there's also a disgruntled staff member.
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe. He works close... And someone...
Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught. If something goes wrong...
All right.
And take these.
Ambassador Balmore's.
When the rest of House Varun retreated into...
He's since lent his support to a small number of... Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun...
Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security. House Varun zealots, but that hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade, it's why they have an embassy here, leaving behind, to our knowledge...
It does. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually... His public appearances were always rare. But it's scans of the facility...
Your task is to find him and kindly but firm. Then you search the embassy for his... But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
The embassy is still legally House Varun, so we've snuck in the occasional spot. But the Varun delegation brought more than a few of their native... It seems those plants have been allowed to...
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stayed. Here, this device, and fair warning.
Now, if you have I'd suggest you start with Be smart out there, Captain.
Konuşabilir miyim? Bakalım.
Welcome back. Good luck then, Captain.
Tamamdır. Şimdi gidelim. Bir yıldız alırız ya bence. Harun da burada mı acaba? Beş attım ve bilgisayar patlayacak.
You're entering Free Star sovereign territory.
Sıkıntı yok. Ben de hür yıldızlıyım zaten.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or... I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Free Star Collective. But you lead, and I'll follow.
All that security, and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, yeah. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
This building is Free Star sovereign territory. So in here, we're the law.
I'm sorry. Do you have... Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bit, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives. Some of the most high...
Nasıl
I
bir
can
info
only
bu?
presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero... Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information... I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you... No, Captain, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. Fought tooth and nail as alien, but my alien, so I'm not it. You have my answer.
Now, you're really gonna push this? All right, I will give... I'm listening. You know that for sure? I suppose you're right. It's possible I might. And those lives are... Well, Captain, you... But if I'm really granting you access, your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stuff. You go in once, you get everything you need, and all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy, Freestar scientists will watch your people. So, do we have any? I'm sorry if you don't like the offer, but... Well then.
Aynen, önce onu konuşayım. Buraya mı gitti o? Bir dakika. Alaka. Aşağıdaki asansörden bineceğiz.
Welcome back. Wait, you got her to agree. Then what are you doing here? Yes, granted, we'll make... Just get back there before she...
Abi ben bilmiyorum. Bana doğru gelmiyor. Gözlemci gelirse orada benim yaptığım her şeyi görecek yani. Ya ciddi olamazsın. Gemiye nasıl gittin? Şimdi benim o arşivden birazcık da amacım silah milah bir şey, yani silah değil de güzel bir bilgi bulurum ya da ne bileyim işime yarayacak bir şeyler çıkar oradan. Birazcık da o yüzden arşive girmek istiyorum. Güzel almış. Kendimi birazcık şey gibi hissettim, stajyer gibi. Böyle gidip patronuma sorup geleceğim gibi.
Back at last, I presume. Excellent.
Al işte. Bir yer. Ha bak buradan girecekmişiz demek ki.
And there. Code generators just this way. People often mistake rivals for enemies. We don't have to like each other to do the right thing.
Güzel bir laf aslında, doğru söylüyor. Bir dakika, ben niye ticaret bölgesine gittim? Yanında olabilirdi o yer. Ha yok. Yok. Şu an şüphe içindeyim. Ben burayı hatırlıyorum ya, nerede olduğunu. Gel bank. Değil mi? Gel bank görevi mi vardı? Bu ne? Yılan malan her yer kırık.
What I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Hayda, maymuncuk yok diye. Maymuncuk ya. Balıp gelsem. Oo, kıyafet. Abi şu kıyafeti bu arada istiyorum şu an. Senin için mi? Sweet. Neyse. İstediği yoldan gidiyor. da almam gerekiyor. Nasıl bir örtüdür şey? Buradaki havayı mı temizledi? Nasıl hoşuma gidiyor bu silah. Abi şu an işte maymuncuğum olsun istiyorum. Tamam, öldüreceğim dostum.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Abi konuşalım. Balmor öldüğü sanılan.
All that junk you're hauling is seriously slowing you down.
Bir kayıt var yani.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, given... I suspect the venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more... Tell me though,
Gözlere bak.
what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Is the rest of the city... Harmless spores, you have my word, but it is the sap of the tree that gives it its... But I must know of the rest of the city. I take it you didn't have such an Yes, the entire embassy was thrown into lockdown. A disconcerting experience, to say the... Is that right, huh? Now, it cannot solely be the serpent. You were sent by the UC. That, and the broadcast spoke of terror morphs of this... A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places... So the UC requires information. The preservation of life stands... But, if I am to grant you... For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. A fine and absolutely capable of being put to vial. And here you are with a similar. I might be willing to support it.
As the chair of Constellation, I take personal responsibility.
Well then, please.
Oh, my day just got a whole lot brighter.
Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good. Will we all be so lucky next? The Great Serpent is so... When our founder, Jinan Varun, left the United... The Serpent made us who we are today. It was tolerable, even We remade this. With my brethren gone, House Varun committed it. This was said at the time to... So, when my brethren... The affairs of House Varun are our own.
Değişik bir aile. Japon sırrını da alabilir miyim? Merak ettim içinde ne var. Yani ailesine diyorum, elçiliğine uğrayacağım. İkinci katı da varmış.
Captain's
İkinci katı.
for you.
Ve çok bazı
Well,
şey var o
hello,
yüzden.
sunshine. Have something for me? Hmm.
Tamam, şimdi bakalım ne yapacağız.
Captain. Oh, wait. Did you? So the old man was still lurking. And now when you get down there, the UC monitor here, the UC code piece and an archival absolute best. Just follow the monitor's instructions and you should be fine.
Ne arşivmiş be.
Hello.
Buradan daha yakın herhalde. Evet. Askeriye arşivi.
We've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
Buradan başladık ha.
You may proceed, Captain.
Arşivdeyiz ha. Ben başka bir yer açamıyorum ki ha, ben ne anladım ki. çıkar mısın? Ne veriymiş arkadaş ya. Bir şey de elde edemedik daha.
Excuse me.
There you are.
Captain? Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. So whenever you're ready. You're carrying the most comprehensive certainly doesn't mean it's going. Percival and I have done our. So with the data out of the way, the Red Devils had. Though it sounded like the deputy.
Indeed. The most important.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars. This? I didn't know if this was ever going to happen.
Follow me. It
Well
won't
done,
take long.
Captain.
Hadi yürü. Hızlı yürü. Vatandaş olmalıyım. Gidene kadar.
Pardon.
Yes.
What? Vanguard sure got lucky snagging you.
Teşekkür ederim. Senin için de. Orta kapağı atlamamı mı istiyorsun? Ne istiyorsun?
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become? It doesn't. We don't really care. Once you earn your place. Well, only. And all citizens receive an. Good. This isn't the only item we need. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have, through service, bravery, strength, and upholding. Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into. Here, your official. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, there's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has, and they've stated they'll only share it with you. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell me. Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection.
Bakalım eşya. Nerede yazıyor abi? İnsan bir ismimi yazar şuraya ya. Snow diye. yapıyordum ama. Aslında yapabilirim. Bir şehrime çıkayım. Evet arkadaşlar. O zaman bu neydi be? O zaman bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere. Kendinize iyi bakın. İyi günler arkadaşlar.